We've been curious about this for a long time. Will this engine run? We are going to find out. There is, okay. Not a one full spark plug wire. Spark plugs are in there. It's free. Carburetor's probably junk. Rip the vacuum lines off. We should be fine. I mean, we'll find out if it runs or not. Stay tuned. This engine had been setting for, we don't really know how long, 10, 20 years, whatever. We don't know. We don't know anything about the engine other than it turns. It's not locked up. So, this here, I figured automatic flex plate. This is off of a C6 transmission that was junk. The bell housing was cracked, so I thought, well, what the heck? We may as well just go ahead and cut that part off because that's what runs the starter. Starter bolts here. This bolts the engine, and this will get us hooked up and lined up with the flex plate
right there
with a starter. And so what we're going to do, we're going to start, and I'm going to go through this thing and see how quickly I can get this to pop off and maybe run. But this is kind of old school. Probably going to yank that distributor and put a points distributor in it, just for this, because I don't feel like trying to wire up the DuraSpark right now. The wiring is already messed up, so
hold on.
Oops, sorry. We don't need that anymore. That can go in that special box. And but this is kind of down and dirty, crude. Get it going, and he's gonna stand back and watch me hopefully do some magic and maybe get it running. So we're gonna check the oil. Yeah, it's good oil. Good old oil. I'd say it's at least 20, 30 years old.
Yep.
Because it even smells old.
It's fine.
It's good. It's yeah, it's full. Maybe a little over. Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Anyway, be back in a minute.
What variety you think that is?
Probably 1040.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but somebody bent this. Wow.
Which is the spacer plate, correct?
Well, spacer alignment plate. Ford uses these to line up the starter. Correct way to do it would be to remove it.
That's too much work.
I gotta go find a real starter for it. The better.
Couple. Pull above that one. There you go.
I knew that. All right. Well,
all the bolts that came off of it are on the top of it.
Well, yeah, but somebody... It's really warm right here by the stove anyway. It's like summertime. Okay, that's the proper torque.
Yep.
And
the proper torque is 3 Ugga-Duggas, correct?
All of it.
Okay.
Okay, well, darn it. These spacer plates. Someone could have thought of a better way to do this over the years. Okay. And this is 302. Well,
See if it'll bolt up.
yeah, but I don't have threads. I gotta find either different starter or different bolt. Yep. Okay. Okay, well, this is a 460 starter because one hole has threads, the other hole does not. And so when you put it in there, okay, it made its own threads, but that's okay. We don't worry about that right now. I wonder what vehicle that's out of. I don't really know. So, oh look, another starter bolt. Well, that works. One bolt goes one way, the other one goes out. Yeah, can't make it easy. I mean, they did think of something. They put this bolt, which is really difficult to get to, and you have the frame, the manifold, the exhaust, everything in the way. So, and then the bottom one can't get to. Or not. Pete's sake. Can't make anything easy, guys.
Hey.
Well, duh. Wrong size bolt.
Oh, hey, that helped.
Yeah, it might. Hey, let's just use one of these exhaust manifold bolts. I bet that'll work because it's 3/8 actually.
Probably.
Yeah, it's actually 3/8. Oh man, look at that! It actually goes in the hole. I wonder how that. I wonder how that works. That works pretty good. Huh? Okay. And wow.
You sure that's the right size socket?
Yes. This says 9 stinks.
Yeah.
Trigger's touchy. See if it'll work. Well, maybe. I don't know. Gotta put the impact over here by the neighbors because my 2 foot long extension here. What in the world? Okay. Proper torque specs. Always use proper torque specs. And if anybody's wondering, don't try this stuff at home because I am what you call a semi-professional what's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the what's it? What? I don't know. Well, since this plate is starting to be a little cantankerous here,
Yeah, just grab a bolt.
we'll use this bolt because, you know, it already showed itself wasn't useful in one spot. So we'll use it in another spot and make it useful. So we'll do this. And hey, look at that. That plate don't hit. Not going to hit the flywheel. Yeah, works. Okay. Now let's hope the starter works. Oh, well, imagine that. Oh, yeah. The starter's not going to work.
What?
Yeah, the starter's in great shape. Somebody is already... Okay.
It may work. Let's just hook power to it and see what happens.
The stud's busted out of the solenoid.
Which stud? The little one?
The battery cable.
Oh.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, I have to go and find another brand used starter.
Okay, so
Anyway, we will.
when we find the other starter and get it in, we'll be back.
I'll find. No, just we'll find it. You know, it'll be brand used, and I know we have one. We just have to figure out
Probably over there.
where it might be.
Over there.
Anyway, I didn't like this one anyway, so. Somebody really tightened that one for some reason. Huh. I wonder who would have done that.
I don't know.
Who would have tightened that really tight? Okay. So this starter would have worked, but there you go. Okay. These things hooked up to a battery over yonder. Yep, we got it. So we're going to test the starter. Okay. Huh. Well, see if we can fix it. That's the proper procedure for fixing old starters, in case you didn't know. Maybe it needs another jar. I'm sure it's good, you know, because it's only been sitting on the shelf for who knows how long. Let's try it. Well, we're just making nice and neat sparks, but imagine that. Another start. Well, okay, so that one, we'll go there.
Try that one.
Just for the heck of it. Let's, you know, try this one since the post is about ready to fall out
Something
of
on
this.
fire?
No, we don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go. Come here, cable. So this one has a, we'll go. There's the cable.
Yeah.
And then you just, you know, like, what, can we tangle around everything? All right. Or, let's see, we just jam these both together. That's a pretty puny starter. I mean, I'm not saying that that might be a junk starter. Technically, it should try to at least rip the starter out of your hand when you do that, but it has some extra stuff on it. I really don't know what that is, so we'll take care of that. And we'll take care of that. And then that goes over there. And then guess we're going to try to fix this. Okay. Well, that's there. This is fun. Nice. I don't know. This may not be too whoopy. You think that's a problem? I bet. Just put to that one right there. Just a thought. Then the Bendix won't stick in. Sometimes if you let them run a little bit, it'll clean the brushes off. Sometimes you beat them around a little bit, it'll clean the brushes off, or knock some stuff loose. But seems pretty puny. Well, oh, was that stuck in the? Maybe it was wrapped around where it shouldn't have been. Okay, well that starter's junk. All right, well that one I don't like. Anyway, I might go grab another starter. It's got the proper bolt holes, and anyway, let's see if it works well. A little bit of bouncing them around a little bit and everything. It just helps break them loose. We'll need that later. So, we need Mr. Ground Cable here. Now, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Contact. You know what I've determined? I've determined that the starters that I have thrown on the shelf, they don't work. Well, this one's a Motorcraft. Should be fine. Not like it sat around for 30 years or anything. Well, how would they work? Man. Well, I guess we use the best of the three. So we'll
see if you can spin the gear and get it free.
I'm sure it's perfectly fine. It wasn't stuck. It may or may not be a little crunchy.
See if it works now.
We'll try.
I doubt it. But
stranger things have happened. A lot of people say, oh, it's not possible. But I have learned over the years, anything's possible. Okay, so we got power to it. Probably just running down the battery. We're going to go ahead and jam this in here, which seems like a great idea. Still doesn't work. Huh. Yeah, maybe the cable. Well, no, it's getting contact because we're making sparks. You know,
Okay.
cable's warm, so I guess we'll go back with the first starter we had. Just go ahead and throw those two clamps together, and that'll test out the longevity of that battery over there. Okay, so we'll put that one over there in safekeeping and make sure it's in good working order. And we'll go ahead and go back to the first one that, I thought wasn't going to be a good one, but hey, at least it turns. So if it turns, it's good. All right.
Sure.
Well, it may not be good, but it's good enough. Then we got to go back with this thing.
As long as the motor works and spins, fine. The starter motor.
It's just harder to do because you have to touch two of these posts together on these types of starters, and it just makes it more difficult. So I'm really kind of questioning, should I even worry about tightening that one?
No, don't worry about it.
Hey, yep, that's tight. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Job. Okay, yep, that was tight. Okay. All right, so go ahead and yeah, looks like a good ground. And sure. Okay. That's hooked up. That should work fine.
Push them together, see what happens.
Then we got proper tool here. Oh God. Ooh. Man, it's kind of hard on the ears. It's not because the starter's bad or anything. No. We'll try it again. Remember what I said about this starter may not be any good because of all that. The post there is extremely tight. We'll hook it over here. And then we'll jam it together again. It's kicking in. Man. Yeah, I was afraid of that. As wimpy as that starter sounded when we were turning it, it won't even turn over an old wore out 460. And I'm just guessing it's worn out because somebody has put what they call defowlers in the spark plugs. Well, you put them on the spark plug and then you put them in the hole, and it's supposed to keep the spark plug from fouling, getting dirty, whatever. I don't know. Somebody thought that was a great idea back in the day. I don't know who that somebody was, but it wasn't me. And all right, well, I'm going to try to find a good starter, so I won't bore you guys with that. So I'll be back in a few minutes, hopefully with yet another starter, because these three are no good. Pretty sure I got a couple more on the shelf. They might all end up in the special bin. So anyway, okay, so so we got three over there that aren't any good, and dug around. I found 3 more. This one says it's good. So that's a good one, right? Should be good. That's what it says. But, you know, worked when parked. So anyway, let's just try this one for the fun of it. I found this one. We're going to see if it really... Boy, we are, you know, having good time. Huh. Well, okay. Well, that goes the pile. I'm running out of room over there. Okay. So now we'll work the suspense. We'll keep the suspense going. That one's, you know, it says it's good, so we know it's good, right? Anyway, let's try this one. Put that one over there. Some guy decided to keep all of these because they'll be good someday. They'll work, you know. If we need them, we have them and they'll work. You could probably take them apart, clean them up, put them back together, and they'll probably work. But this one says it's good. So let's find out. And see that right there? It says good. They lied. That one's not good either. I'm pretty sure that I've done this many times with starters, and it works. But apparently the only good starters we have are on the trucks that we're driving. So now I've got, how many here that we went through and don't work? 5. I thought there were 6. Anyway, okay, well, I guess I'll keep digging and see if I find any more, but...
Okay, so what's that starter off of?
Okay, well, after much struggle, this one was off a 1995 F250 with a 460 automatic, and I've never done it, but I've heard people that do. I always wanted to see if it would work. But I had to go down in the yard and, you know, freeze to get this off of here because Mother Nature is not nice today. But anyway, so a couple weeks ago, we did, you know, crank the truck over, and this did work great a couple weeks ago. So we'll see what happens. Oh. Hey.
It is a Wilson, so it's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, Wilson start and look, we take those bolts and put them over there, and I actually have the proper starter bolt. You know, so we'll see if this works. And I can tell you one thing: the size difference is a lot. So anyway, I always want to see if this would work, so we're gonna try it, see if it'll work. Proper tools. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Man, you can get to those bolts so much easier. That's just unreal. Okay, so twisted them off. Called natural Loctite, because you just strip the threads, it'll be okay. All right, so maybe a proper ground, maybe not, I don't know. We're gonna find out though. Okay, everything out of the way, not gonna die. I think
Battery's dead.
the battery we grabbed is dead. I kind of wonder if that has anything to do with the 5 starters that we already tried, because a couple of them were trying. But anyway, so I think that's it for tonight. Gonna put the battery on a good hard boil tonight, and be back out here in the morning and see if it doesn't make something better than what we're doing now. But good thing is, it did kick in and it did start to move the engine. So I think might be okay. So this might be the way to go for me from now on, because getting a little older, and those starters, man, they're getting heavy, and I'm just tired of lugging those heavy things around. I used to use the biggest one with the biggest extra solenoid and everything on it. That's a young man's game. I'm tired of that stuff anymore. So anyway, be back in just a few seconds for everybody. So my ADHD got the best of me. So I don't know. I'm gonna try this. Put on all of it, as you can hear. Really likes it. So I don't like, I gotta know. So we're gonna try it. Ooh. Yeah. That might work better, but anyway, we'll leave that on a good steamy bath all night, and be back tomorrow.
Sir, I think your battery cables are hooked up wrong.
No, this one has red tape on it,
Okay.
and the other one's always optional. So as you can see, the high dollar battery clamp that I went and got, because the other one wasn't having it.
Okay.
So anyway.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Well, it's the next day now, and I was going to make this easy and pull this distributor out and put a punch distributor in it, but it decided to be frozen to the block. So what I'm going to do, and I got little buddies that made homes in there. So what we're going to do is going to make my own wiring with Mr. Motorcraft. A lot of people like to call them DuraSpark boxes. A lot of people don't like them. I've used them over the years. I've rewired them. As you can see, I cut the plugs off of this. Because the reason why I think a lot of people don't like them is because they tend to have about 13 different wiring, just for different wiring for lots of different vehicles. Well, I don't know why certain manufacturers do that, or say Ford. But anyway, I'm just going to wire this in, and all it takes is a little bit of wiring, and you got to figure out which wire goes where. Some of these are a little difficult to figure out which goes where, but for the most part, it's pretty easy. Most of them I've seen, you have a purple wire, a black wire, and a orange wire. Well, the purple and orange go to this little magnetic pickup, whatever you want to call it, and the black is just ground, so it goes right in there. You see how clean that is. We'd be lucky if it grounds and not have any issues with that. But I've been pretty fortunate over the years to have made most of these work. It's some of the best ignitions I've had. Other vehicles, I've had done the GM one-wire, GM style distributor. But to be quite honest, And I think even GM guys will even admit the module on those go out just as much or just as often as the modules in these. And they, in the past, have not given me any warning at all. Most of the time, these things will spit, sputter, kind of run funny. And you think, oh, what's going on? And then you realize, oh, we are losing, I don't know what you want to call it, connection, or anyway, the module is dying, what it is. Back in the day, old timers used to call this the brain or the computer box or whatever, but just an ignition module. Pretty simple. And to be honest, I don't know if this one's any good. I don't know how you test it, but it doesn't have all the goopy goop in the back melted out. So we're going to call it good.
And what do those do if they're just sitting in a toolbox?
Nothing. You just don't work.
No, I mean the goo in the back.
Oh, well, they can melt. You know, if it get a hot enough summer day, it can melt, which is kind of funny. But hand me a piece of wire over there. Just something that's not hooked to anything else. Yeah, that'll work great. Perfect. So now we have to have a coil wire. And I have power from the battery over there. So you can investigate that if you want. Gonna have to resupply my connectors because I wouldn't use all these, but like I said, this distributor will not come out. It won't move. So I tried off camera, and also off camera, if you want to look at the wiring apparatus I did over there to hook I did it better. Instead of jumper cables, I did it better with battery cable and hooked it directly to the starter with the fancy dancy push button that my grandpa made. And if you want to watch back there, I'll hit the button. And it works really well. I'm going to call it a dumb little thing. I just cut part of the bell housing off of the C6 automatic transmission, just enough so I could bolt the starter to it. And I tell you what, it works. So is it wrong if it works? I don't know. I think if it works, it's good enough. So that's what I'm going to call it. But ignition module, green wire goes to coil. It goes to the negative side of the coil. These white, red wires, those are your power. One is supposed to go to the start side of the solenoid. One is supply. Lots of times, if I'm just doing quick and dirty like this, I just twist them together and go on. But we're going to put this fancy dancy guy over here on this fancy coil. Since I don't really have the right connector here either. I thought I did, but I can't find it. Okay, so that should be good enough. And power. So I need power. So do you have another piece of wire over there, sir? This is like I said, it's kind of down and dirty, but it's going to tell us if we have a rebuildable engine or if this one, maybe it's knocking. I don't know. Cranking it over sounds decent. So, but we're going to find out here in just a second if we have spark. So if we have spark, then we'll be that much closer. Yep, never mind that. That didn't work. So we're gonna go and do something. And look, whoops. I will say this is the warmest area in the shop, being right next to the big hot box. It consumes lots and lots of firewood when you turn it on. But if you just let it sit there like that, like it is, it does fine. Okay, so we're gonna do this this way, and we're gonna. Oh, look at that! See the plus. Plus means that's the positive side. So anyway, and also it's a plus if it works. So okay, so that has power. This has power. Camera guy is going to hook the. Hold on, just a second. Let me make sure I don't get zapped over here. Cause I really don't want to get zapped. Let me just make sure I got. Okay, so this be different wire. That's a different wire. That's supposed to be coil wire, but I don't have it hooked up that way. So distributor is hooked up. Okay, so wrap that wire around the positive post and just make it so it can be removed easily. Sure. Think it's going to work? Okay. Most of these ignitions, we're going to find out, but most of them will shoot spark out of there. So here we go. Maybe it's not strong enough. I don't know. I don't like hanging on to them because they bite. Got nothing. Man. Let me double check, make sure. Connections?
Yep.
Well, our little furry friends have chewed wires up, so. Oh. Alright, well, we're gonna. We're gonna eliminate another issue here. More wire connectors.
Just twist them together.
Because apparently they thought some of these are lunch. Such as that one. Was not being held on. These connections really, they're not that great anyway. But let's be honest, after 50 years, is anything that great? Because there's days I don't feel that great. Half a century old. Just keep plugging along. This is the stuff that I teach my son. So, wow. And there's days we just, I struggle. I think everybody does on certain days. Looks amazing. Yep. Well, you know. Oh my. Gotta admit, there's not much left of that wire.
Okay, we'll be back when that's hooked up. Try it again.
That's hooked up. Yeah, hook it up. of it. Oh, God, damn me, I hit that spark now.
That good?
You think? Thanks.
You said hook it up, so I hooked it up.
Did you get that on camera? Huh?
I think.
Did you hook it up?
Yeah. It's
Do you have it hooked up now?
It's sparking. Yes. Okay, it's hooked up.
Okay. Don't touch anything. Mr. Fancy Pants. This is probably a weak coil or something. I don't know. Didn't feel that weak. Okay, so you see Sparky Spark now. Can you get the camera down there? Why is it trying to start? It sounds like it's trying to start and it don't even have... Okay, so anyway. Get the camera and look at this crude wiring. So anyway. I feel like it yanked my finger off.
It'll work.
So, you know, all this wiring here, you just got to hook these orange, purple, black, ignition module, orange, purple, black. Power wires, red, white, whichever you prefer. Green wire goes to the negative side of the coil. Hot side, can you unhook that? That thing zapped me again.
No, because that's entertaining.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I don't need my heart restarted 20 freaking times. Golly. Yeah, and there's a buddy of mine out there. If he watches this, he's really going to be really laughing and thinking this is the funniest thing ever. So you're welcome. Okay, so now we're going to have to get some spark plug wires. Okay. Dig in that box over there and get me a distributor cap because I'm not going to try to dig the little buddies out of this. Okay, so when we go to start this, I want you to hold on to this right here, so this doesn't come out.
About no.
Because that really lit me up.
It's entertaining.
Really, yeah, really fun.
And people watching this will agree with me.
Yeah, really will. Who ever thought of this stuff? I don't understand this. This is probably going to shock everybody that's in the area. What is going on here? I suppose this is probably something back in the day. Somebody thought, oh, it's cool. We have steel braided plug wires. Why? I mean, really, did you hit your head? You know, all I want to do is get these two apart so I could run them in a different direction. Okay. So, we're going to do, if you're watching, most manufacturers, I do know, Ford, for one, they have a number 1 on the cap. Well, off camera, I already just kind of quickly glanced at it. The mark on the balancer up here was right in time with the rotor. So number 1 is number 1, which is on a Ford. Well, on most engines, I don't know about modern day engines, but most engines, the number 1 cylinder is always the furthest one forward. And Ford's number 1 is on the passenger side because that cylinder is furthest forward than any of them. So I'm going to try and figure out what I need as far as plug wires and get this figured out. But just kind of wanted to show you guys how, you know, everybody struggles doing this stuff, but if you don't get out here and do it, how are you going to know if this is a good engine? And that's all there is to it. I mean, how else are you going to know? So I'm going to go with number 1. I'm going to go with that one and put it there. Follow it back up to here. Number 1. And on a 460, the next one is number 5, which these do not rotate forward, go counterclockwise. So backwards from GM, Chrysler, whoever. See, these are all really long, so I don't know where I don't think it really matters where I put them. So I'm going to try to snake this through here. Or just lay it on top. I don't know. We might have all kinds of neat stuff going on here in a minute, because the way Steve's sure about that. But anywho, we'll take number 4. This one's going to be number 4, so 154. That thing out of my face so I can see. 154. Which one isn't hooked up here? 2. We'll go 2. 1542. These are all crazy wires. 637. 263. So this one would be 3. Go ahead and hook these up over here. So forward, passenger side, 1, 2, 3, 4. Driver side, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go with the 6. Get it in there. Yeah, might run that over here. Make sure I got this 1, 5, 4. 4, 2. E. I don't think that one even has an end in it, but somebody like pulled it out.
Yeah, it's right there.
No, that's part of the steel braided part.
Oh.
That's all I can tell you. You want to hang on to those plug wires when I crank on it?
No, not really.
Okay. There's a lighter down there on the floor. Hand me that lighter and hand me the fuel source, and we will make sure the fuel source is going to work. So, okay. Is this flammable? Well, I don't know. It's the good stuff. So, anyway, don't try this at home. This is really dumb. Yeah, that's a fuel.
Yeah.
That will work. That'll work just fine. Okay, so
I don't recommend using that, but that's what we have at the moment.
well, I could go get chainsaw gas, and it's squeaky anyway. It's a lot of work. So
Either
put some in there. I can almost guarantee you this carburetor, okay, it's old. Guarantee you it's not gonna work properly. But will it work good enough to see what we got going on here? Yeah, probably.
and I recommend if you're reviving an engine, either starting fluid or 2-stroke fuel mix.
Not starting fluid. Just use some. You can go to a parts store, wherever, lawn and garden store, and get that 50-to-1 mix. It's 50-to-1 2-stroke mix. That's actually the best thing. But for right now, we're not really. I mean, I'm not caring, because, you know, you see my name tag. It's not Karen.
Okay, let me hook this back up so you can.
Yeah, you hook that back up, and I'm gonna keep. That's making. Hey, that's cool. Do that again. Hope you guys can hear that, but man, that's sparking good. Okay, go ahead and hook that back up. Put the camera down for a second so you get that hooked up. What do we need to do? Lick it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, got ignition. Woo!
Hey, Ron. Sounds good too.
Well, it means it has absolutely no exhaust. Man, why is it so smoky in here? What is it?
Why is there so much rust on the floor?
What? Look at what? What was that? Okay.
Check.
Well, let's just for the fun of it, I'm gonna do that again. So apparently, brake cleaners are really good fuel. You just fill up the bowl. And anyway, is that still? Yeah. Well,
it's hooked up.
Okay. Okay. I'm scared. Should we do it? Okay.
Go for it.
Is it gonna fall?
Oh.
Well. Okay.
Probably.
Okay. Here goes. Oh man, yeah. Well, at least we determined we know what's. We have a good engine, and honestly, doesn't smoke that bad. Actually sounded pretty good. Unhook that wire so I don't get zapparooed again.
Oh, that's the fun part.
No, that is not. That really took me for a ride.
For me and the people watching, it's the fun part.
Where's all the rust coming from?
That I don't know.
This extremely good oil filter over here. Oh, well, the dents are less, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say
it has oil pressure.
We have good oil pressure because it pushed the dents back out of that oil filter. So, yeah. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed seeing what kind of, struggles. Everybody struggles when you work on something, but if you don't know, you got to get out there. And that's what I've always told my son. You got to get out there and you got to try it. You just got to put things together. I learned this whole wiring trick 20 something years ago. Everybody hates this DuraSpark. As you can see, been sitting for who knows how many years. Little furry friends have made homes on it and everything. But yet we've been robbing parts off of this thing for 3 years now. It's been sitting here and we've never known. Is it good? Is it not? Well, let's find out. And
what's the oil look like now?
Looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean,
okay, so there wasn't any water in it.
Let me get some fresh. I mean, it's not the best, but it definitely needs an oil change. But something tried to eat the dipstick. I don't know what that would have been. Okay. I don't know if that was here or there or before. Or...
Well, anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed. There is a few others on the channel.
And if you've seen me get lit up like a Christmas tree and you like that, give us a thumbs up, a like. I didn't like it very well, but all I can say is you're welcome for the people that really like that. And I'm sorry if I may have said a certain words or anything. I apologize for that. But, when you get 30,000 volts shoved into your finger, it's not fun times. It's really not. Yeah, somebody over there is just loving it, laughing it up. Just keep laughing it up there, buddy. Anyway, thanks, guys.